Hello, my friends. I've been thinking about clay surfaces for a long time. Clay, together with wood, is one of the oldest building materials used by humans. Basically, a surface known through many generations when it comes to designing living space. So let us see if we can create a good clay template for a new decor. What does clay consist of? Finely mild rocks, much finer than sand. It is so natural that you can even eat it. Compared to concrete, clay does not use so much CO2 and it is mined as a natural resource. Clay has a clean CO2 footprint. Nowadays, it is becoming more popular for buildings to be constructed using rammed earth walls. It's one of the most sustainable way of building. Next to stone and wood, clay is the oldest building material in history. Buildings have been made of clay since the Neolithic age. Over the centuries, several different earthen buildings methods have been developed. Clay has been used as a filler in the construction of half-timbered houses since the 13th century. Clay pressed into bricks which were then walled up with moist clay. Look at these examples of modern architecture combined with rammed earth. Winothek Sauer, a wine shop in Rheinland-Pfalz, and the Ecolut Conference House near Cologne, both from Claytech. A fantastic example for a multicolored piece of nature is a hill of 7 colors in Argentina. We take this with us for our project. Now we are on the way to visit Burkhard, our clay specialist. Of course, a clay specialist lives in a traditional house built with wood and clay. This is Burkhard and some of his masterpieces. He builds fireplaces with clay. Burkhard explains to me what makes the use of clay so special. The climate in earthen buildings gives a cozy feeling because the earth has a high capacity for storing heat and therefore has a temperature balancing effect. A pleasant feeling of space which we store in our decors as information. Planning a special framework construction for our rammed earth experiment. Back in the workshop. We have decided to realize 2 different clay projects. First of all, we will work with clay plaster in 4 different ways. Secondly, we will ram earth to form a wall with several layers. Burkhard is on his way to help us. Come on, let's play with clay. In this case, we work with an industrial clay plaster mix, which contains straw as a binding ingredient. Burkhard showing me the secret of the trowel technique. My first attempt. We used a Venetian trowel. The special thing about this is the round corners. We finished the surface with a wet sponge. Can you see the straw pieces? We had the idea to do a small experiment. A light-colored clay mixture combined with amber-colored glass pearls. Then brown-colored clay with green-colored glass pearls. Now it has to dry. 3 days later, the surface is dry enough to wash over with a wet sponge, so that we can now see the glass pearls. Coming back to the rammed earth wall. Look at our framework construction. We start with a special mixture of clay combined with gravel. This mixture is delivered in a moist condition. Look how we can mold it. Now we mix the basic mixture with different pigments to influence the single layers. We use a shovel to level out the colored clay mixture level by level. This is our ram hammer, our self-created ramming tool, which we are going to use to densify the layers, which leads to the sticking together of the layers. Today is a special day because Sophia and Janina are coming along with the high-tech equipment to scan the rammed earth wall. The two repro specialists set up their photo equipment. They set up lights and softboxes and illuminate everything. The camera is positioned on the tripod and set up the right distance in front of our clay wall. Then the correct camera settings are made. Shots of large objects are made with several individual images. Here it is important to compare and check the individual images on the computer. This is crucial so that the repro can later compile the images into a complete picture in the best possible way.